Imagine this, the camera you've been dreaming about for years has just leaked online, and what you're seeing could completely change the way you think about photography. That's exactly the buzz surrounding the Nikon Z9 Mark II. Nikon seems ready to shake the camera industry to its core once again, and thanks to recent leaks and whispers, we now have an exciting glimpse into what could be their most ambitious flagship yet. Expected to be officially revealed in late 2025, just before the 2026 Winter Olympics, the Nikon Z9 Mark II is not being pitched as a small step forward. Instead, it's shaping up to be a bold redefinition of what a high-end mirrorless camera can achieve. From processing power that could change your entire workflow to a potential global shutter that could solve one of digital video's longest-standing problems. This camera could be Nikon's most daring move in years. And yes, you'll want to keep reading because the details we're about to unpack will give you a clear picture of why many professionals are already considering holding off on their next big camera purchase until this beast arrives. At its heart, the Nikon Z9 Mark II is rumored to keep the same 45.7 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor that made the original Z9 such a hit. This sensor already delivers exceptional dynamic range, incredible low light capability, and breathtaking detail. But Nikon isn't stopping there. The real magic is in the new image processor. According to leaks, Nikon plans to pair the trusted sensor with an upgraded X-Speed image processor, possibly the X-Speed 8. Why is that such a big deal? A more advanced processor means faster image processing, better noise reduction, and richer detail retention, even in the most demanding shooting conditions. Whether you're photographing a high-speed downhill skier or capturing soft evening light on a quiet street, the Z9 Mark II could process those moments faster and more precisely than ever before. For professionals, this kind of performance isn't just about bragging rights, it's about workflow. Faster processing means less time waiting for files to buffer, quicker review of your shots, and the ability to keep pace with fast-moving events without missing critical frames. If you thought the original Z9 was fast, brace yourself. The Nikon Z9 Mark II is rumored to hit a staggering 120 frames per second at full resolution. That's not a typo, we're talking full-res RAW or JPEG images firing off at a speed that would have been unthinkable for a professional mirrorless camera just a few years ago. What does this mean in real-world use? Imagine freezing every split-second moment in a 100-meter sprint. Imagine capturing each wing beat of a bird in flight with perfect sharpness. Imagine never missing the instant a snowboarder nails a trick during the Winter Olympics. For sports and wildlife photographers, this kind of speed is a monumental advantage. But speed is nothing without accuracy, and that's where Nikon's autofocus upgrades come in. The Z9 Mark II is expected to feature a next-generation autofocus system that's faster, more intelligent, and more reliable than anything Nikon has released before. Low-light performance will be better, subject tracking will be smarter, and focusing in chaotic or unpredictable environments should be more consistent than ever. While still shooters have plenty to get excited about, Nikon is clearly aiming the Z9 Mark II at serious video creators too. The first Z9 already set a high bar for video with its ability to shoot 8K internally. But the Mark II? The leaks suggest Nikon is going even further. One of the biggest challenges for high-resolution video is heat management. Many cameras that can technically shoot 8K end up throttling or shutting down after a short time because of overheating. The Z9 Mark II is rumored to have significantly improved heat dissipation and better frame rate stability, allowing for longer, uninterrupted 8K recording sessions. But that's not just a minor upgrade. For documentary filmmakers, sports videographers, or content creators working in fast-paced environments, it could be the difference between getting the shot and watching your camera overheat mid-take. Perhaps the most exciting and most talked about rumor is that Nikon may introduce a global shutter in the Z9 Mark II. If true, this would be huge. A global shutter reads the entire image sensor at once, eliminating the rolling shutter distortion that plagues most digital cameras. That means no more skewed vertical lines when panning quickly, no more jello effect in handheld footage, and no strange warping during high-speed motion capture. For filmmakers and sports shooters, this would open up new creative possibilities and bring a level of image stability and realism that's hard to achieve with current rolling shutter systems. A great camera isn't just about what it captures, It's also about how you see the scene before you hit the shutter. Early leaks suggest the Z9 Mark II will feature a 5.76 million dot electronic viewfinder, a noticeable jump from the Z9's EVF resolution. This means a brighter, sharper, more lifelike view through the finder. Composing shots in challenging lighting will be easier, manual focus will be more precise, and tracking moving subjects will feel more natural. If there's one complaint that many pros share about mirrorless cameras, it's battery life. Nikon appears to be addressing this head-on with the Z9 Mark II. Rumors point to significantly improved battery performance, allowing for much longer shooting sessions without swapping batteries. For photographers covering all-day sporting events or videographers shooting lengthy interviews and documentaries, this is more than a convenience, it's a serious productivity boost. In an era where digital manipulation is easier than ever, proving the authenticity of your work is becoming increasingly important. Nikon is reportedly adding built-in content authentication features to the Z9 Mark II. These content credentials would allow photographers and videographers to verify that their images are original and unaltered. For photojournalists, documentary filmmakers, and professionals whose reputations rely on credibility, this is an incredibly valuable tool. The rumored announcement date for the Nikon Z9 Mark II is late 2025, with availability in early 2026, just in time for the Winter Olympics. This timing is no accident. Major global sporting events have long been a stage for camera manufacturers to showcase their latest technology, and Nikon clearly wants the Z9 Mark II in the hands of professionals covering the Olympics. The event's high-profile, high-pressure environment will be the perfect proving ground for this camera's speed, precision, and durability. According to industry chatter, the Nikon Z9 Mark II is expected to land between $5,500 and $6,000. Considering the rumored feature set, blazing speed, improved 8K, possible global shutter, extended battery life, and a top-tier viewfinder, that price point is not only competitive, it's strategically positioned. It puts the Z9 Mark II in line with other flagship mirrorless cameras, while also offering features that edge into cinema camera territory at a fraction of the cost. When you combine everything, the trusted 45.7 MP stacked sensor, the more powerful processor, the record-breaking speed, the upgraded video capabilities, the autofocus precision, the global shutter possibility, and the real-world usability improvements, you start to see the Nikon Z9 Mark II for what it really is. Not just another upgrade, but a carefully crafted evolution. Nikon isn't throwing out what made the original Z9 great. They're refining it with intention, addressing the exact pain points professionals face in the field. They're creating a camera that could be trusted in the most critical moments, whether that's on the front lines of a breaking news event, in the heart of Olympic competition, or on a remote wildlife expedition. If you're a working professional or an enthusiast who demands the best, the Nikon Z9 Mark II is worth watching closely. For sports shooters, the rumored 120 FPS burst rate could be a career-defining advantage. For filmmakers, the possibility of a global shutter could remove one of the last big technical limitations of digital video. For photojournalists, content authentication could be a vital new safeguard. The bottom line? This is a camera designed for people who need absolute reliability, speed, and image quality, and who don't want to compromise in any area. So before you make your next major camera investment, it might be wise to wait and see if the Nikon Z9 Mark II delivers on the promise these leaks are hinting at. If it does, Nikon may have just set a new gold standard for professional mirrorless cameras.